Hey you guys, so today we are going to be doing my morning skincare routine and I'm going to show you the products I've been using recently. All these are pretty much on their last leg because I've been using them for a few weeks now. I think since I came back from Kashmir, which is probably like the last week of March, and currently today is what is today, 9th, 8th of April. I can't remember, but yeah, I've been using these products for so many days, and we're gonna start with the Dermaco C-Cinamide Radiance Serum. This is a product, like whenever I open it, I'm like, oh my god, this smells so much of vitamin C. But then as I keep using it, it kind of grows on me a little bit, I would say, and then the scent is more tolerable. It's got that like typical vitamin C smell, and the consistency is also like a little how do I say, tacky-ish. I don't want to say sticky because sticky can have a more negative meaning, but definitely a lot of the products in this routine are more on the sticky side, so you will feel them on your skin once you apply it. So you definitely, I feel like, have to kind of mattify everything down with a loose powder, or I know some people even use talcum powder. I wouldn't recommend talcum powder. I prefer you to use like a loose powder, basically something that's more cosmetically elegant. But next we're going to use this moisturizer from Brillare. I used to always say Brillare, I don't know why. Brillare. It's their oil away moisturizer, and this one has a more gel consistency, so I'm going to take a little bit, and with this a little goes a long way, truly. Like, I'm someone who is very notorious for overusing products, but if I overuse this, oh my god, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. So a little truly goes a long way, and my skin definitely feels nice and hydrated. So I want you to understand, even though I said earlier that you have to mattify everything down with a loose powder, I'm not trying to say that these products are too creamy or they're going to clog your pores, because sometimes people just assume that if a product is sticky, tacky, etc., then it's going to clog your pores, it's going to give you those whiteheads or like bumps kind of on your skin. That's not what I'm talking about. I just feel like if you do this to your face, and can you hear that sound? I hope you can. That's going to kind of happen basically throughout the day if you don't mattify your face. And if you again don't, I think throughout the day also, like my face personally would get very, very, very shiny, even though I'm actually going to use a matte sunscreen. So let's move next into that. The sunscreen I've been using is the Deconstruct lightweight gel sunscreen, and I really enjoy this one a lot. It works with a lot of my moisturizers. The only thing is that because the earlier two products were so sticky and tacky, and I've said sticky and tacky so many times, I hope you are not doing shots. Like jitni baar bhi ye sticky or tacky bolegi utni baar hum ek shot piyenge, I'm pretty sure you'll be drunk if you do that. But yeah, I was saying that because it is so sticky and tacky, it becomes very hard for me to get anything out of the sunscreen tube, and I'm not blaming the sunscreen for that at all. I think it's actually the serum and the moisturizer, and I'm like literally struggling because ek to ye sunscreen khatam bhi ho raha hai, so to squeeze every last bit of product out, I was like, oh my god, how am I going to do it on camera? Because on camera you always see people being so aesthetic and like squeezing products out and everything. Also, in case you're wondering ki, why does it look like she's putting a face mask on? Well, that is because you first start applying the sunscreen, it can look like this, but you just need to wait. Sometimes what I do is, honestly, I will tell you what I do. I just blend it and like massage it thoda sa, and then I just leave it for a couple of minutes. I'll move on to my body, I'll put on body lotion, I start dressing up, and by the time I'm done with dressing up and like lotioned up and everything, tab tak the sunscreen is automatically dried down on my face. And sometimes like थोड़े ऐसे white lines दिखेंगे कुछ कुछ जगह पे, and then other times I don't even need to blend anymore because it has completely dried down and there is no like trace of the sunscreen basically. So yeah, with these two, that's how it works best, and that's why I do these videos, is basically to tell you how you can use different products with each other in combination and make them work. Of course, certain products are just not going to pair well together, but others you just have to try out different techniques to make it work, and then once you figure out which technique works well with which products, then you can just use it like that. So yes, I'm basically done with my entire morning I'm basically done with my entire morning skincare routine, and I'm gonna go now, but we are gonna actually continue this video. I'm gonna wait for a couple of days for these products to completely like get over, and I am in the process of deciding which products I want to swap in next. So you will see that probably like the selection process in the next clips, and then I will also show you my skincare routine, like my next skincare routine that I'm gonna be doing. So yes, I'm gonna play the clip next where I select the products of the next rotation. Hey guys, so it's a new day. Basically it's been 2 weeks since you last saw me, like the last clip basically in this video, and things have changed up in terms of my skincare routine, like my morning skincare routine. So I'm gonna show you the new products we added in, and I think pretty much all the products that you saw in the last clip are now empties and they're out of my collection. So I'm going to start with putting the Dot & Key 10% Niacinamide plus Cica Anti-Spotless Glow Face Serum on my face. You can see I've used a lot of it. So when I introduced this into the rotation, I had already used, I would say, like 30 to 40% of it. So don't think that I have used so much just in like 2 weeks. No, I had already used it, even reviewed it for that matter, and then I kind of put it back into my collection, and for some reason it didn't come back till now. But I am so happy that I brought it back in, because I think this is going to be like a new favorite niacinamide serum. Like all the time when I recommend you guys niacinamide serums, I say okay, Minimalist is great, Plum is great, etc. But this one is also really good, and I'm very happy that it's got the addition of the tranexamic acid also in here, because that's gonna help with your hyperpigmentation. I don't think that this is going to solely focus on hyperpigmentation. That's not what this is, but just having that additional ingredient in another serum that you're using, like basically like you just use this, and then if you're using say retinol at night or something, it's going to help with your hyperpigmentation. It's just that not every product in the routine needs to be focused on hyperpigmentation. So yes, I've been really loving the serum, and I think I will probably repurchase and buy a couple of backups the next time Dot & Key does a sale, because I'm really impressed by this and I really love it. So yes, that's the first product. The second one is this moisturizer. Also, I got asked about this quite a bit when I first did like a first impressions review on it. So now that I've been using it more, I will say that it's very nice. I mentioned, I think in a different video also, maybe, I'm not sure, that it's kind of similar to the Dot & Key Watermelon Matte Moisturizer, if you have used that, because they both have this like silicone gel texture kind of a thing. But this one, I would say, is not as thick. Like that one actually feels like you're literally putting a primer on your face. This one also has that same feeling, but it's a little bit more like a gel moisturizer mixed with a silicone primer, but that is like a straight up silicone primer. So that's like a little bit of a difference between the two. They're quite similar, and I do feel like if you have oily skin and you're looking for a good still hydrating moisturizer for the summertime, then you will quite like this. When I bought it, it was actually winter, so not the right time to use it, but now that it is the right time to use it, I have been using it and I do like it. I will say the only thing that I don't like about it as much is the scent. It does have fragrance in here, and so does the watermelon matte moisturizer from Dot & Key, but for some reason that fragrance doesn't bother me as much as this one does. Maybe it's been a while since I've smelled it, so I don't know, but I'm not the biggest fan of the scent. I'm really hoping to keep trying out different moisturizers and hopefully find something that has the same texture like these two but is fragrance free, and that would probably be like my absolute favorite. So I have been using it. I've used a lot of it in the past few weeks, and you can see we have some big dents going in this. I think it will be done in probably a week or 10 days. Like both of these I see being empty sooner rather than later, so I wanted to make sure to sit down and film this routine for you guys before I actually end up emptying all of them. So yeah, last but not the least, this is not a new product, but it's basically like this is the first time I've bought this size of the Dermaco 1% hyaluronic acid sunscreen aqua gel. This is the 80-gram pack. The 50-gram comes with that airless pump. This is their tube packaging, and they have in fact introduced this size, I feel like, in some of their other sunscreens too. So in case you have a favorite Dermaco sunscreen, go and check it out and see if it is available in the bigger size or not, because of course that would make so much more sense. We all go through our sunscreen hopefully often if you are using the right amount, so it's always better to have a bigger size. Now with this one, I first started using like 2-finger lengths, but I think the first day itself, like when I used 2-finger lengths, I realized that it's not even covering my entire face, like forget my neck. So since then I have been doing 3-finger lengths now. So I draw this basically on my hand, and you can see like it's also super thin lines, like because it's this kind of a packaging, like that's how much is going to come out of it. So that's why I've been using a little bit more than I would usually in that sense. Like basically 3-finger lengths is obviously more than 2-finger lengths, but I think the quantity is the same, it's just that the lines are thinner, so that is why we have like more ideally, let's say. But honestly, like even this much quantity, it just blends so flawlessly into my skin. Like sometimes I actually feel like, is it even enough? Should I like go in with a second layer or something and put on more? Because I am not actually exposed to the sun all day. Like I sit in my AC wala office, and there is no window where we sit, so it's actually a small like cabin kind of a thing, so the window is not anywhere close by to my desk, which is a good thing because that way I'm not exposed to the sun all day. The only time I am is probably during my lunch break or something like that, but apart from that, yeah, I think when I'm traveling to work in the morning and when I'm coming from work back in the evening, and then of course during like my 1 hour of lunch, so I'm not really exposed to the sun as much, which is why I feel like this works great for me. And if I was being exposed to the sun more than what I am right now, I would probably use their new one, the long lasting 1% hyaluronic acid sunscreen gel, or whatever the name of that one is. But currently I've been using this, really loving it. I love the texture, works really well for me under makeup, because I don't do my makeup like at home. I basically reach office, then I do my makeup there. So because it's got that gap in the middle, the sunscreen is just sitting on my face and getting absorbed you know, into my skin, so that's why I feel like my makeup doesn't cake on top of it. But if I did my makeup on top of this like immediately, it would probably maybe get a little bit cakey. So yes, want to let you know all of that. And yes, this is my skincare routine. I've been really loving it, and I've also noticed like when you love the steps that you're doing in your morning skincare routine, you automatically enjoy your skin and your skincare even more, versus if you're just trying to like use up certain products that you don't actually like too much, and when you're using those, you don't enjoy your skincare as much. I hope that makes any sense. So yes, that is it. That was my morning skincare routine as of now, and I hope that you guys enjoyed. And I will of course continue to do these like skincare routine kind of videos for you, where I show you like what I'm grabbing out of my stash, what I'm using, how I have like curated a routine for myself, etc. But yes, I really hope that you guys have been enjoying the series. The past videos have got a lot of love, and clearly you guys enjoy watching me do my skincare. So yes, I hope that you continue to love this series, and I will do a lot more to come. As and when we swap things. So you'll probably see another one in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.